Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Tennessee Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admission Officers Virtual College Fair. Thank you all for joining us. We greatly appreciate it. Before we get started, we do have a few housekeeping items to note. First, if you have any questions at all, feel free to submit those through the Q&A button. You can type in your questions to the presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off. You are muted and your video is off. The panelists can't see or hear you. There are more sessions happening, so feel free to sign up for more college presentations being offered at the same place where you registered for this one. And lastly, this recording will be available a week from today at strivescan.com/Tennessee. We are currently in session C1, where my mouse is circling at the moment. And this will also be the same order in which all our representatives will present in. So without further ado, I'll get out of the way and introduce our first representative from Lee University.
Hey guys, so my name is Logan Bird and I'm with Lee University Admissions. So basically my role here is to help you throughout the admission process. So we are a private institution, Christian college. So we have about a little bit over 5,000 students. So if you guys have any questions about that, feel free to let me know. So we do have about tons of different programs that we offer here at Lee. But our top 5 programs that we do get to offer is our business program, education, psychology, nursing, and communications program. So if you have any interest about those programs, then let us know. But we do run pretty smoothly on the admission process. So we do obviously required to do an application first, nothing too extensive in regards to that. So no essays or anything like that needed. But also we do need your transcripts and test scores. So if you obviously reach out to your guidance counselor, you could always reach out to us if you have any questions about that. But that process is pretty simple. We do offer a few different scholarships. So our first level of our scholarships is our dean. So that's a 24 on your ACT or 1160 on your SAT. And then also the next level is our presidential, which is a 28 on your ACT or a 1310 on your SAT. Also, another thing to know about Lee, we are also one of the most affordable private schools in the nation. So we run a little bit around 27 to 28,000 a year. So that's, as an incoming freshman, obviously that can change, but that's what you're looking at in regards to that process. But also, we are D2 as well in regards to sports. So we have plenty of different options in regards to going from golf to basketball, lacrosse, also soccer, both girls and guys, and also even volleyball. So if you are definitely huge into sports, you have that as a great option. And also including intramural sports, which is also pretty popular within our community. So we do have a little bit over 100, around 100 acres. So there's plenty of room on our campus for you to feel free. And then also we have a 15-to-1 student to professor ratio. So we do have many options, obviously, in regards to programs, but also in regards to our professors, you have a great options to meet with them since our classes are so small. But if you are interested in going through the admission process, then please feel free to reach out to us either at admissions@leeuniversity.edu, or you can even reach out to me at Logan or lbird@leeuniversity.edu as well. So again, my name is Logan Bird. So again, feel free to you guys reach out to me if you have any questions.
Great, thank you. The next representative is from Tennessee Tech University.
Hey y'all, so my name is Keisha Claybrooks and I'm an admissions counselor here at Tennessee Tech University. Not only do I work here at the institution, but I'm also a recent graduate from the institution as well. I haven't even been out of undergrad yet for 2 years yet, so kind of fresh out of college, graduated with a business management degree. But I can't wait to share just a few facts and resources that we have here for our students. So let's go ahead and get started. So Tennessee Tech, we are one of the top ranked universities in the nation. 47% of our students graduate college completely debt-free. That's almost unheard of, and it's just a true testimony to how affordable the institution is. Also, make sure you fill out your FAFSA. About 2/3 of our students receive financial aid here at Tech, so FAFSA is super important, so make sure you get that filled out. Also, something I'm truly proud of, Tennessee Tech, we are a medium-sized campus, so we only have about 10,000 students that actually go here. So we do have an 18:1 student to faculty ratio where you're able to build connections with your professors and also with your peers. Some of the student resources that we do have free academic tutoring. We also have our multicultural affairs program here. We even have an option where you can study abroad in a different country. So that's super cool. I actually had a couple of friends that did that and they absolutely loved it. Now they went to Spain. They didn't come back and learn a lick of Spanish, but they had so much fun and they got to study their culture there. We also have our Center for Career Development as well, just to make sure our students are career ready once they graduate from Tennessee Tech. So majors and concentrations, we have over 40 different majors with 100 concentrations, but our most popular majors are engineering. So about 1/3 of our students here at Tennessee Tech are engineering majors. And then another popular program is business, education, and nursing. So student life, we have tons of different student clubs and organizations here for our students. So we have over 200 plus clubs and organizations here for our students. So we do want you to get involved and get connected here at Tennessee Tech. So we do have departmental clubs. So set if your major is engineering, we have engineering clubs for you. We have Greek life here, Panhellenic, IFC councils. We even have special interest clubs where you can actually create your own organization here at Tennessee Tech. Within athletics, we are the home to 14 NCAA Division I teams. So all students get into athletic events for free. So again, as long as you have your student ID, once you come to Tennessee Tech, you'll get into a football game, basketball game, volleyball game, or a baseball game for free. So we do want you to live and eat on campus. So freshmen, you are required to live on campus. So we do have 15 residential halls in our Tech Village apartments that are located right across from our library. Within our residential halls, we do have 12 co-ed halls, 2 male and 1 female. Also, freshmen are required to have a meal plan on campus. These are our restaurant options that we have here. So we do have Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, Steak and Shake, Au Bon Pain, Papa John's, and Which Wich. In Cookeville, if you guys didn't know where Cookeville was located, so Cookeville, I love the fact how Cookeville is centrally located between 3 major cities, so Nashville, Chattanooga, and Knoxville. Shouldn't take you no longer than an hour and 45 minutes to get to either one of those locations. But Cookeville, really known for our famous mom and pop restaurants. So we do have 100 plus restaurants here and 20 coffee shops within 5 miles of campus. Also, if you're really big into nature, we do have 9 state parks here as well. And also one of our biggest rivalry in Cookeville is our donut wars. So Ralph's versus Big O's Donuts. So when you come to Cookeville and you come and visit Tennessee Tech, check out our 2 donut shops. So admissions requirements, all students with a high school GPA of a 3.0, you're automatically accepted into Tennessee Tech. If you don't have a 3.0, that's okay. If you have a 2.5 GPA and a 17 on your ACT composite score, you'll be accepted as well. Transfer students, you do have to have a 2.0 overall GPA and a 2.0 GPA in the last 12 credit hours of your previous institution. So these are our in-state tuitions and fees. So per semester, it will be $5,169. Residential hall room, kind of just depends on which residential hall you choose to live in. But for our traditional halls, it would be $2,880. Meal plan, $2,403. And altogether, it'd be $10,452. So that's what you would pay per semester for in-state students. So these are our out-of-state tuition and fees. Again, we are moved to a flat rate tuition and most of you guys are in-state students. So I'm not going to go over that heavy with you all today just because TACRAO is located for Tennessee students. So scholarships, there's only 1 scholarship application. You can apply online through ScholarWeb and our scholarship deadline is December the 15th. So an admissions checklist for you all to be looking at, we want you to apply for admission. So our application opens on August the 1st. September, apply for scholarships, and then our residential hall application opens up. And then also remember, December the 15th is our scholarship deadline. And then in the spring, once you're admitted, make sure you contact me, an admissions counselor, schedule a campus visit, and make sure you turn in all your transcripts and ACT scores and attend orientation. So here's my contact information. Thank you so much for listening to the presentation today.
Very helpful information. Thank you. Before we get I introduce our next representative, I do want to send a friendly reminder to go ahead and submit any questions that you have through the Q&A. Our representatives are here and available to answer any questions that you have. The next presenter is from Swaney University of the South.
Good evening. My name is Lisa Burns, and I am the Associate Dean of Admission at Sewanee, and I'm glad that you all are joining us here this evening. And I have a short video for you to watch that was produced by one of my colleagues in the admission office, Taylor Baird. She's going to tell a great 5-minute story about the University of the South, and I'll look forward to answering any questions in the Q&A and certainly following back up with you should you be interested in visiting campus with us.
Hi, I'm Taylor Baird. I'm a graduate of Sewanee, and I currently work in the Office of Admission. And I get to tell you a little bit about my home for the past 10 years. You might be thinking, Sewanee, the University of the South. What does that entail? Well, the University of the South is so much more than a campus that we had to create new words for it. It's the mountain. It's our home on the Cumberland Plateau. It's the domain, situated between Nashville and Chattanooga. It's a working farm, a 13,000-acre forest, a natural playground with trails to hike and rocks to climb. But above all, it's a community. That's Sewanee. And it's a place that I hope you'll consider calling home one day too. The domain is where we live, eat, research, recreate, reflect, and compete. I mean, 30% of our students are scholar athletes competing on one of our Division III varsity athletic teams. It's a lot, and we like it that way. Our university motto, Eke Quam Bonum, or EQB, ensures that we push each other and appreciate each other while dwelling together in unity. You'll be sharing Sewanee with about 1,700 other 17 to 22-year-olds and the broader community, so there's rarely a dull moment here. While we're nestled in Tennessee, you're still going to be encouraged and expected to engage with the global community. We want you to address global issues and engage in a way that connects Sewanee with the rest of the world. This is a place where everybody stands up for what they think and for what they believe in. That dialogue across difference and that true discourse is the environment that we strive to cultivate. For example, we have deep roots with the Episcopal Church, but we know that it's important to create a healthy interfaith environment here for students as well. With the combination of intellectual rigor and community, Sewanee will help you figure out who you are. As an institution, we've been exploring who we've been and who we are. We want to model that for students, that you're exploring those questions and that asking questions and seeking solutions is commonplace. You can do that at Sewanee because your professors are teachers and mentors first and researchers second. We believe in educating the whole person through the liberal arts education. That's what happens when you engage with your professors. You get out into the field and you wrestle with the questions that the world hasn't figured out the answers to yet. It's in that process that you will enhance your studies, hone your skills, and increase your postgraduate prospects. In hoping that you'll engage that way, we've made a commitment to you, the Sewanee Pledge. And the commitment is simple. We pledge to provide funding for a summer internship or research opportunity during your time at Sewanee. We also pledge that you'll be able to make global connections by providing access to a semester-long study abroad program at no additional tuition cost. And finally, we pledge that you'll graduate in 4 consecutive years with at least one major. If you do not, you can study for an additional year at Sewanee and no additional tuition cost. At Sewanee, if you give your best in good faith, we will honor that dedication and effort. You won't even have to compete with graduate students for these opportunities, and in many cases, worry about the funding that make them possible. Sewanee believes in access as much as we do excellence, which is why we're committed to meeting 100% of demonstrated financial need for all admitted first-year students. We also recognize academic achievement, so in addition to need-based aid, we do offer academic scholarships as well. Our goal is to accept the most talented students for whom Sewanee is the best choice, and then to provide the financial aid package that makes it possible for you to enroll here. That's the Sewanee Learns. We want to find strong fit students and guide you through the search and application process. Sewanee is a common application school and there's no fee to apply. We also know that test scores aren't always the best indicator of a student's academic success. And that's why at Sewanee we're test optional. That allows you to choose to submit the ACT, SAT, or no scores at all. So if you're ready to take this journey and opt into this experience, I hope you'll choose to apply to Sewanee. I can't wait to see how you'll make this place your home and bring your perspective to our community.
Awesome. Our next representative is from the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga.
Thanks, Catherine. Hey guys, thanks for joining us today. My name's Ellie. I am admissions counselor for the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. I'm also a UTC graduate. I just graduated in 2019, so not too long ago from the college experience. So if you have any questions, feel free to use the chat and we'll try to answer those for you. I'm excited to share some information about UTC. So we'll jump right in. Some fun facts about our university. So we have over 100 different majors, anything you can think of, from engineering, nursing, teaching, education, business, geology, music therapy. We have a lot to offer. Our student to faculty ratio is 21:1. We're just shy of 12,000 students. So we're a mid-sized college where you can, constantly meet new people, but definitely find your community and your home away from home. We also are located downtown Chattanooga, so kind of in the heart of Chattanooga, where you can definitely enjoy your time on campus as well as step off campus and find yourself here in Chattanooga with lots of opportunities with shopping areas to local areas with local restaurants and businesses to even hiking and anything outdoors you could possibly think of with our Tennessee River flowing right through downtown. Also, another little fun fact, don't ask me how, don't ask me why, but we do have the fastest internet in the nation. So it makes it easy if you have homework assignment, you have an exam online, taking those online classes, or maybe you're just watching Netflix and playing video games in between. So you can definitely have that fastest Wi-Fi on campus. So a couple other things. We're located in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So for everyone in Tennessee here, we're about 2 hours from Nashville, 2 hours from Knoxville, 2 hours from Atlanta, 2 hours from Birmingham. So a great central location if you like to travel and kind of spend your weekends on the road. So we are offering campus visits, so come visit us here on campus. We have campus tours Monday through Friday. They are small group tours, so you can register for those online and you can bring 2 guests. We are offering some Saturday tours as well, and those will be this Saturday and April 24th if you need to make it on a weekend. We're so happy to be able to finally have people here on campus in tours and kind of show you around and the reasons why we love it here. Also, if you kind of want to look at our virtual tour on our website before you make it, definitely check it out. It's very interactive. It's about 20 minutes long, and you can find that on our admissions page. So stay updated. We do have an interest card on our website as well. It just asks for a couple of simple information, and then you can stay updated with everything UTC. So events, anything with maybe your interest did major. So I definitely encourage you guys to check it out. That way you can kind of stay in the loop and don't miss any important information. Also, okay, so how to get into UTC. So we have guaranteed admission. So all we require is a 2.85 GPA and 18 ACT or a 2.5 GPA with a 21 ACT. We don't require any essays, pretty short and sweet. And we take the highest GPA on your transcript, whether that's weighted or unweighted, and we super score the ACT for admissions and scholarship purposes. So both of those will take super score ACTs. We do have a couple of events here and there where you can get your application fee waived, so just kind of keep an eye out for those. And your guidance counselors can send your transcripts electronically, so we'll get those a lot quicker. So we do know the ACT was kind of a challenge for everyone to take this past year with the circumstances. So we actually started a test optional application. But this application, all you need is a 3.0 GPA and a letter of recommendation, and you can be admitted. With that, the teacher or counselor needs to send in your letter of recommendation for us, and we will take the highest GPA again for this application as well. So short and sweet, and we can get you admitted if you meet those requirements. On to our housing. So we had 10 different housing complexes on campus. I love our housing and residence halls. We have 7 apartment style where you can share a bedroom with someone. An apartment, kind of have your private bedroom, might share a bathroom with 1 or 2 people. But we also have this traditional suite style bedrooms as well, where you might share a bedroom, have the same room with 2 beds or 3 beds in there. But in some way, you're going to get some privacy, so we don't have any community bathrooms. That's the best part. And you can roll out of bed 10 minutes before class and still make it on time, because from one diagonal corner to the next across campus is just a 12-minute walk. So nothing too far. If you're interested in applying for housing, those applications are open for the seniors, and you can find virtual tours of our housing on our website. All right, and staffing. So just to get you some contacts in case you have any questions later, take a quick picture of this slide if you can. You can reach out to any of our admissions counselors here. We're always here to help. I'm the East Tennessee counselor, but definitely can help you across the board. And my colleague Caitlin is also on here in case you have any questions. So feel free to reach out. We're always here. A lot of our admissions counselors are alumni, and some have been coming in, so they'll get that experience to let you know why we love UTC, why they chose UTC afterwards. So definitely reach out. We love to talk to you guys. And thanks for listening. Here's our admissions request and our tour and our transcripts email. So also take a quick picture of this if you can. That way you can answer any questions later if you do. But again, my name's Ellie, and thanks for joining us.
Very helpful information. Thank you. The next representative is from Chattanooga State Community College.
Hello, everyone. My name is Blair Ryan. I am a recruiter here at Chattanooga State Community College. I'll share my screen quickly here so you all can get an idea of what I have to show you today. Just some brief information about our college. It's not working. Hold on. Here we go. So this is just an overview of what we have going on. Chattanooga State actually has 3 campuses. We're the only community college in Tennessee that has their technical college on campus as well. Not only that, but we have locations in Chattanooga. We have locations in Kimball, Tennessee, and Dayton, Tennessee as well. Down here is just an overview of what our campus kind of looks like. We have a smaller campus, about over 9,000 students that attend here at Chattanooga State. We're on our credit side and our technical side. We have over 150 programs to study. Our classroom sizes are small. It gives you that personal experience with your teachers. Classroom sizes are 16:1, and our job placement is 97%. So basically here at Chattanooga State, we guarantee that you can do 2 years at Chattanooga State and go into the workforce, and you have a high probability of getting hired because of the hands-on experiences that we provide here at Chattanooga State. And like I said, up here is just an overview or just a view of what our campus kind of looks like. In order to get into Chattanooga State, of course, you need to fill out the application. We do provide a free application online, so you do not have to pay any application fees. You'll come to Chattanooga State, do the application online or in person, and then you'll have the option to send in the transcript, and the ACT scores and things of that nature after we've received the application. You do not have to have a specific GPA in order to attend Chattanooga State. We require that you have your ACT scores. We look at your math, your English, and your reading separately. So if you have a 13 or above in any of those three, then you can get accepted into Chattanooga State with no problems. If you do not have those scores, for example, I don't test well. So just because of timing, sometimes I get a little nervous. So if you're one of those people that just don't test well and you didn't do well on the ACT, but you don't want to spend the money and the time going back doing all 3 or 4 sections because you've done well on 2 of the 3 or whatever the case may be, we will allow you, once you have an application on file with us, to come to Chattanooga State and do free testing here with us. So you can do just the math test or just the English test or just reading or math and reading or whatever you need to do to test to be on college level. So, excuse me. What we also offer here are 2 throughout Tennessee. So Chattanooga State is one of the schools that if you have filled out the Tennessee Promise application, you can attend Chattanooga State for free. And we offer 2-year associate's degrees where you can do 2 years and transfer to any of the colleges that are, for example, listed on this same recording as me. So say you wanted to go to the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, I'm going to use them as an example. You could do 2 years here at Chattanooga State, get an associate's degree, and then you would transfer to UTC and you would go in as a junior going straight into those major or concentration courses. You can also do 2 years and go straight into the workforce. We have a very popular, our engineering and our nursing programs are very popular with getting students trained to do 2 years and go straight into the workforce. And also with our technical programs, you can do a year and a half. Within the first 8 of 9 months, you will be outsourced to a different job, so you can kind of get that on-hand experience while you're earning the certificate in the technical program. And then once you finish your hours in the technical program, of course, you'll be certified to do the job that you were working in the beginning, and then you'll probably just be hired onto that platform. Some of the majors that we offer, if you're wanting to do 2 years and transfer, you can do business, psychology, early childhood education, some of those careers that we hear about all the time. If you're saying, hey, I just want to do 2 years and jump straight into the workforce, some of those programs that we offer are going to be our nursing, our culinary program, our engineering. Some of our engineering programs are like that, networking, cyber defense, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, kind of depending on what you're wanting to do with that. And then we also have, of course, those technical programs. The technical programs are going to be things that you're used to seeing and doing on the industrial path, something like barbering, cosmetology, welding, auto mechanics, things like that, where if you go in, you get that hands-on training specifically for that career, and then you're ready to be outsourced and put into the real world. So before I let you go, I'm going to show you, and I'm just going to leave this up so you can kind of see what we have to offer. This is going to be every single program, every single major, every single certificate program that we offer here at Chattanooga State. So if you want to take a quick snap of that, you're welcome to do so. All of this information is located on our website at chattanoogastate.edu. And also, besides curriculum, of course, we have other extracurricular activities. We have over 50 clubs and organizations here at Chattanooga State, different things from the psychology club, our art club, we have the ambassadors, we have the SGA, we have global scholars, we have our BOSS program, which is for students who are first generation students or minority students. We have our LASSO program, which is for our Latina community. So it's a lot of different things that you can do here at Chattanooga State to get involved. We do offer sports here, male and female basketball, softball, baseball, and we also have a volleyball team where you can receive scholarships to play on these teams. We do not have football, we do not have soccer, but whatever we do not have, we may go for in our intramurals program. So we may do a 3-on-3 soccer tournament, or we may do a 5-on-5 flag football tournament, or we may rent out the bowling alley for about 6 weeks and do a bowling tournament. Or my favorite, sometimes in the spring, we'll do a big dodgeball tournament in the gym, which is my favorite. I'm good at dodgeball too, by the way. So a lot of different things to offer outside of the curriculum, things to get involved in, things to do. And join us soon. That's all I have. Thanks.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. Just another friendly reminder that if you have any questions at all, to feel free to submit those through the Q&A. Our representatives will be happy to answer your last minute questions before we wrap up. Our last, but certainly not least representative is from the University of Alabama in Huntsville.
Alrighty, so hello everyone. My name is Kaylin. I'm the admissions counselor over Tennessee for the University of Alabama in Huntsville. So just a little bit of background about us. We were founded in 1950, and we were originally partnered with the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa, as well as the University of Alabama at Birmingham, until we became our own autonomous campus in 1969. So we have completely separate universities, completely separate application programs and scholarships. We are a medium-sized campus as well, so we do have over 500 acres and about 10,000 students on campus. That's both undergraduate and graduate students. We are ranked #1 in Alabama for early career pay, so our average starting salary is over $57,000, and that is on average of all of our UAH graduates. So that's a great salary to have, but especially fresh out of college, that's a great number to start out with. We are also ranked #1 for return on investment for both in-state and out-of-state students for the state of Alabama. So again, you're getting the best bang for your buck. The tuition you're putting in for your college, you're getting right back out as a college graduate. We do also have 16 NCAA sport programs, one of them including a Division I men's ice hockey team. So that's pretty cool because we are the only Division I men's ice hockey team in the entire Southeast region. About our academics, we do have 7 colleges that are listed there on the right side with over 100 areas of study. And there in the left box at the bottom is a couple of our academic programs that we are known for. So aerospace engineering is going to be one of our top ones. We do have the Space and Rocket Center right down the road from UAH. So that's a pretty cool resource for students to have in terms of co-ops and internships. We do also have some pretty good science programs as well, especially when it comes to atmospheric science and earth system science. We do have a building right across the street from campus called SWIRL, which stands for Severe Weather Institute for Radar and Lightning Laboratories. And they also work with the National Weather Service around the area to help with severe weather. A couple other programs that are a bit newer to us, we do have cybersecurity, and we do have a business and an engineering track for cybersecurity, and we just got those programs within the past couple of years. So they're still growing, but it's definitely a popular major within the city of Huntsville. And then the last program that we're known for is our digital animation. So we are ranked #1 for digital animation in the state of Alabama. So that's really exciting as well. Again, a growing program, but definitely a growing field within the city of Huntsville. So a little bit about campus. We do have pretty small class sizes with an average of 35 students per course. So probably what you're used to from a typical high school course. Our student to faculty ratio is 18:1. So it's very easy to get to know your professors and get to know your classmates one-on-one. Like I mentioned before, we do have ample opportunities for co-ops and internships because we do have Cummings Research Park right across the street from UAH. So Cummings Research Park is the nation's second largest research park connected to a university, and it is the 4th largest in the entire world. So like I said, a lot of opportunities for students. Getting involved on campus is super easy because we do have over 185 student-run organizations, and they range from all across the board. So we do have some more that are academically focused, whether that's an honors organization or our Space Hardware Club, where they actually launch rockets from the middle of campus. We do have Greek life as well, so ISC and Panhellenic, and then we do also have special interest groups, which are comprised of a lot of our student organizations. We have a hammocking club on campus. We have a beekeeping club on campus. So I promise you, whatever special interest you may have, we probably have something for it at UAH. And if not, you can start your own organization with us. We do also have suite style campus living. So no matter where you live on our campus, you have your own private bedroom, you share a bathroom with one other person, and then you share the entire suite with 3 other people. About our admissions process. So first-time freshmen, we require a 2.9 high school GPA that is weighted or unweighted. So we will take whatever your highest GPA is that is listed on your transcript. And we also require a composite score of the 20 on the ACT or the equivalent for that on the SAT. And as far as the process itself, you can go to uah.edu/apply. Our application always opens in mid-August every year. You pay a $30 application fee, and then we just need an official high school transcript as well as official ACT or SAT test scores. We do have academic scholarships that are automatically awarded to students as long as you meet the criteria. So they are based off of your residency. So for you guys for Tennessee, you most likely be out of state, but right now for our fall 2021 seniors that live in the state of Tennessee, we are offering in-state tuition as long as students have a 21 on the ACT and a 3.0 GPA. So that's a new pilot program we tried this year. So hopefully that'll continue on for future years, but keep that in mind. But I do have the out-of-state grid right here, just in case that program doesn't roll over. So our out-of-state scholarships do start at a 25 ACT and a 3.0 GPA. Like I said, if you meet these requirements, you're automatically awarded a scholarship. So we don't have specific numbers to give students. They're not first come, first served. They are automatically awarded no matter what. We do also have other grades listed on our website as well. So if you are in state, or if the pilot program ends up rolling over, we have that Tennessee. We also do have campus visits both virtually and in person right now. So if you guys feel comfortable coming to doing one-on-one tours, one tour guide per family. And then if you do not feel comfortable with COVID, that is perfectly fine. You can just go online. We do have a virtual tour available there. And then if you have any questions, you can feel free to meet with me via Calendly online, or you can contact me directly at my contact there in the left-hand corner. If you guys have questions, please feel free to put them in the chat, and I'll try to get to those really quick before this ends. And like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.
Thank you. All great information shared. And so we do have some time left, and we're going to go ahead and pivot now into our Q&A. If I can I'll ask all the presenters at this time if they can turn on their cameras to unmute themselves. And we'll go ahead and get started with our first question here, which is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? Again, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we'll go ahead and get started in the same order in which you all presented in.
Yeah, so usually the biggest advice I would give is definitely visit all the schools that you could possibly visit during this college search. Just because, I mean, it's good to get a good feel for what the community is like on the campus and feel if it's a good fit for you, what you like, what you dislike about that certain school, and kind of help that kind of close the gap on what you're looking for in regards to school.
For me, it's about the same, what he just kind of just talked about. But definitely keep an open mind, you know, with picking your school and stuff, and just see which one is the perfect fit for you. Definitely start early, start around your junior year, looking for colleges. Also, take a lot of ACT prep courses, making sure your ACT score is really good, just because a lot of colleges, they really, really do look at your ACT score, especially if you are interested in programs like engineering or nursing. So that would be my advice to our students.
My word of advice would be for students to enjoy the process, spend time with your family, ask your parents for some guidance. They know you very well, and seek some counsel from them as you continue on your college search.
My advice would be just to ask questions, ask all and every question. No question's a stupid question. So if you have questions about majors or admissions or just what it feels like to be on campus, ask those questions so you can kind of find those answers early too.
I would just say that I always tell students just to become an individual. Start doing the things that you like to do. Start visiting the places that you want to go. I know it's cool to say, hey, me and my best friend, we always planned on going here and doing this and having the same room and this, that, and the third. But as you get closer to your college journey, make sure that you're doing the things and going where you would like to do, because this is your own personal journey.
And one of my biggest pieces of advice is to take the ACT or SAT as many times as you possibly can to hopefully get the best money possible. I know some schools do not require a test score, and that is perfectly fine as well. And that's awesome, because then you don't have to worry about it. But if a school does require it, just continue taking it. I remember the days of taking the ACT, and I remember how terrible it was. But if you can get more money for college and not have to worry about that later, then it's definitely going to be worth it in the long run.
We do have time for one more. And so the next question is, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus? No, go ahead and start in the same order.
Probably my biggest and favorite event that we have on our campus, which in a normal year when there's not a COVID year, we would have our Lee Day live event, which is a 2-day event. So it actually is coming up weekend. So we're actually doing a virtual version of it this year. But when it's actually on campus, it's a cool opportunity for you and your whole family just to kind of have free reign of our campus. So you could go in and sit in on classes. You get to meet different professors. You get to go have different events going on. So like there'll be concerts and different worship events, a lot of cookouts, dance parties, a whole bunch of stuff. It's basically a 2-day party on our campus. So it's definitely a cool opportunity for you to just see the community of our campus and also what Lee really has to offer here.
So my favorite Tennessee Tech tradition is Week of Welcome. So Week of Welcome is basically a full week of welcoming our incoming freshman class. Even current students, they participate in Week of Welcome, but it's really dedicated to our incoming freshmen. But during that week, my favorite event is Dancing on Dixie. So a lot of the different student organizations, they're out there with their tables. A lot of different students can go and meet a lot of the organizations that we have here on campus. They're always passing out free food, so you won't go hungry at this event. They're always passing out free tech shirts, free tech cups, and they're playing live music with a live band. It's just, like I said, it's just a great way to kick off the school semester. And I promise you, every time I go to that event, I have to bring a bag with me because I bring back a bag full of Tennessee Tech stuff. So I just love that event.
One of my favorite traditions is called the passing hello, and it's pretty simple. It means when you walk past someone, you look up from perhaps your mobile phone or your own thoughts, and you look up and make eye contact and say hello to a fellow student, to a faculty member, to a community member. And it's just an opportunity for you to get to know people on campus in the community and spend a moment greeting that person as you walk past them.
I think one of my favorite things at UTC is we have a study marathon. It usually happens during the week of finals each semester, where they will kind of camp out in the library with free food, free sweatshirts, school supplies, just trying to kind of give you the most in your cramming hours, trying to study for your long exams. So that was always helpful to take a little study break and go treat yourself. But that's definitely one of my favorite things, to have that support even when I'm working on academics.
One of my favorite traditions at Chattanooga State Community College is it usually happens at the end of February every year, and it's the Soul Food Luncheon. It's free to anyone that has the Chattanooga State ID, that's faculty and staff and students. And basically we get a local company to cater food, and it's everything that you could possibly think of that has anything to do with soul food. Not only do we do that, it's a learning experience. So we have a lot of different cultural things going on. In the gym is where we usually have it. In the gym as we go on, we have music, we have different types of facts kind of plastered around, we dance, we have a great time, and it gives the campus the opportunity to kind of mingle and let your hair down with faculty, staff, and students. It's a great experience.
At UAH, we also have a week of welcome. So that's a week packed full of events, usually during the first week of the fall semester and the first week of the spring semester. And during that week of welcome, we always have an event called Rock the Rec. And so that's one of my favorite events. And I'm also an alum of UAH. That was always my favorite to go to. But it's basically a silent disco. So everyone, as you come in, gets a huge pair of headphones, and you don't really know what everyone else is kind of listening to. There's a couple different stations, but everyone's just dancing and having a good time. So it was just a really cool night of dancing and music and a lot of fun. So that was always my favorite event on campus.
Great, thank you. I love hearing, that was always my favorite question. I love hearing about the different traditions and events that happen. That's what makes your school or institution unique. So thank you all for sharing tonight, and thank you to each of you for joining us. As we close, there'll be a very quick 4-question survey that will appear on your browser. If you don't mind taking a moment to fill that out for us, we will greatly appreciate it. There are more sessions happening, so feel free to sign up for more sessions at the same place you registered for this one. And all sessions are being recorded and will be available a week from today at strivescan.com/Tennessee. We've reached the conclusion of this webinar, and so we thank you all for joining us and hope you have a great night.